So tonight is the season finale of Jane by Design. Tell us, what can we expect?
Tonight is the season finale. There are certainly some twists and turns. I can't give away too much, but there's some things you won't expect. That's for sure, and maybe a couple of questions will be answered to the sort of whirlwind life and love life of Jane herself. So you'll have to wait and see. I'm afraid I can't give away too much.
Okay. We've been shown that she was either going to go with Nick Fadden, yourself, or Billy. So we're kind of like, which way is she going to go? You know what I mean? The whole season, it's been kind of on and off.
Yeah, right. She does have a lot of, for a girl that doesn't sort of seem to have that many friends in school, she does seem to have a lot of men in her life. But
Absolutely.
She's juggling the guys.
Very true, very true. And then you're actually pretty hilarious on the show. Can you tell us, are you like that in real life?
Oh no, I'm very stern and straight and not funny at all. I think I definitely sort of like to bring some of the comedy that I have in my own character in my day-to-day life into the show, and I think that the show allows for that, and just it keeps it very light and very enjoyable. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, do you have a favorite episode that you've filmed so far?
I think probably episode 4 or episode 8. I have to say they were really good fun because when we get really good guest stars in, we had Autumn Risa for 8, which was the wedding gown.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandra, is it Alexandra? I can't remember her last name. Boyun Chan. Alexandra Boyun Chan. She played the Japanese head of Vogue. And obviously Autumn Risa, who's from Entourage, who's an A. When you get these great guest stars in, they really kind of like raise the show and sort of make it fun and add something different from our usual filming. So yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then, did you know anything about style before you went into the show, or did it really help you?
Well, I kind of did. Yeah, I actually did a degree in London at a university that's called St Martin's. It's quite well known for its fashion, so I had a fair bit. But it was nice to be able to go into the show, doing that, and learn more. I definitely learned more while I've been in there, and they really, really do it. Olivia, who's head of styling and all the fashion, she really sort of pays very close attention to everything that's done within the show to make sure that it is done spot on. So it's quite impressive the amount of time that's put into it.
And then describe to us your sense of style. What do you like wearing on a day-to-day basis, and favorite accessory?
I don't wear a lot of jewellery, but I do like to. I think my style would probably be described best as sort of a European style or an East Coast style. I think I like to dress up. I like to look smart. I like to wear sort of fitted clothes and be stylish. Although it's difficult to wear jackets in Los Angeles all the time because it's so hot. But if there's an opportunity to wear a 3-piece suit, I will take it.
Very nice. And then tell us, how do you like working with the cast on Jane by Design?
It's always difficult going into a project when you've got a bunch of people who are working together and you never know how it's going to turn out. But fortunately, every single person without fail that I work with is really good, really dedicated to it, and turns up, does a fantastic job. There's no drama, there's no divas. It's brilliant.
Wow.
It's really,
the whole cast, by watching it on the TV screen every week, it just seems like a fabulous cast. I wouldn't have replaced one person or the other. You know what I mean? Just everybody.
Right.
So.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a great cast, and yeah, as I said, everyone on it just sort of turns up and brings everything they have each filming day, because we really enjoy making the show, and we were kind of like, we get twittered and talk to fans all the time and try and answer as many questions that we can about it, and they're like, we're so excited, we really want the show to go again. We're like, so do we, because we love making it so much. So.
And the show is so addictive. We watch it every week, and the episodes get better and better each week, so we love it.
I think actually what's funny about it is as we got to sort of the last 4 episodes, we really started as a unit, as a crew, as a cast, the producers, the writers, we really started to get into the groove, and we're like, right, we know really what we're making. The first few episodes, you're always sort of kind of, where's this going to go? Is it going to go this way or that way? And, there's always that sort of starting energy. But once we kind of got into it, we really sort of got into our groove. So I think now the next 8 are going to be really, really fun.
Okay, great. And then we just saw you on the past episode. You and India are no longer together. So we're like, wonder where it's going to go from here.
I know, yeah, that's true. Well, India Jourdain is a tricky piece of work. India de Beaufort, the real girl, is a lovely, sweet, gentle woman. But no, India Jourdain on the show is quite something. So.
Well, she plays her character very well to be such a mean person on the show, and then in real life, she's a sweetheart.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
And then we heard also 8 additional episodes are in store, which is exciting. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Tell us, what would you like to see if anything happened with Jeremy Jones? Just it doesn't have to be in script, just anything.
An episode in London. I think, as Donovan Decker is in Paris, is in New York, and is in London, and we've been to Paris and we've been to New York. So I think it would be fun to do an episode in London. I suggested it to the producers, but they kind of look at the budget and then look at me and laugh. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe if the fans can Twitter an episode in London to everyone else, maybe we can do it.
Yes, that would be so neat. And then, so tell us about your acting career, how you first moved out to Los Angeles and you kind of got started. Tell us about that.
Well, I acted in London, and I did a lot of stage work there, and I wrote and acted, and then I got an opportunity to move over here and start working over here, and I did it, and then just kind of worked in a couple of shows here and there, with some sort of commercial work here and there, and then this was really my first sort of major show. So once it went, last year when we heard that we were sort of picked up for 10 episodes, it was really exciting.
And then you were on shows like 90210 and Desperate Housewives. Tell us, how did you like working on those?
They were great fun. They're great fun shows. Desperate Housewives especially was really fun, just because the girls on it, they'd got into their group by that point. And, it's just fun to wake up and you go, oh, who am I working with today? And you go to work and you find really talented people who are everyone I've always worked with is really nice. You come into a trailer and you're like, oh my God, that's so-and-so. And, they're always really nice and welcoming. And I try to do that as well, when people come into our show and they don't feel like they're part of our gang or whatever. I try and sort of be accommodating as possible, because I think that's what was given to me when I first started. So it's good to sort of pass it on.
Do you have a show you really want to guest star on? Anything in particular?
Oh, I mean, hundreds of shows, really. The Simpsons. I want to be a voice on The Simpsons. That's something I've always wanted to do. I'm a huge Simpsons fan. And so, yeah, that's definitely one I'd like to do. But as far as guest starring goes, numerous shows. I really love Homeland. I think that's a good show that picked up a couple of Emmys this year. I'm a big fan of Fringe. But yeah, I would say those two at the moment.
And what shows? Do you watch reality shows at all? Anything?
Not really. I kind of prefer scripted shows and film.
Okay.
I think I do like to watch the first few weeks of American Idol, that's for sure, because you hear all these terrible people singing and it's kind of fun. But I think that's about as far as I'll go.
And then, do you look for anything in particular you like auditioning for, or do you just go in there and kind of work from there?
Well, when I was in London, I had a bunch of meetings about doing some stuff which would be more period drama. The British, the BBC and all those are much more into producing these very sort of old-style period drama pieces, which is really, really well done. And it's definitely something that I'd like to do. So there's definitely something in the works there. So if we get some time off from Jane, I might put on some wig and some makeup and some tights. Why not?
And there you go. Yep. And now you actually have to tell us about your Twitter. How do you like using it?
I'm getting good at it. At first, I found it a little bit weird, and I didn't really want to tweet. I'd see other people and be like, "Oh, another sandwich," and it's just kind of irrelevant what's being tweeted. But no, it's good because it allows me to interact with fans and talk to people who are really interested in the show and want to know more and ask questions. And I actually had a Twitter from someone in Brazil, and my sister used to live in Sao Paulo, so I tweeted back with my some limited Portuguese, and all of a sudden I had about 120 people tweeting me in Portuguese, so I could have had the floodgates of language there. But tried to respond the best I could. But I think it's good because you get into a groove and you allow people to sort of ask you things that's going on, whether it's during the show or whenever, and it's nice because people feel connected with what you're doing. No, everyone seems to say nice things so far. So.
Oh, good. And especially on days of Jane by Design that it airs, I'm sure you get tons of tweets, right, about the episode?
Yes, definitely, yeah. And then a lot of them are just people expressing how excited they are to watch it.
Okay.
Actually, today we've got a bunch saying how sad people are that this is the last episode for the moment. So what are they going to do on Tuesday? So maybe we'll have to come up with some games for people for Tuesdays.
I know, it is going to be sad, because now it's just part of the routine, and it's like, now what are we going to watch?
Yeah. Well, it's good that you got into that routine, you know.
Yeah.
It'll be, I do think, actually, we're going to start airing pretty quickly after we've started shooting, so it'll only be a small break until we're back on the air.
Okay. Yeah, the faster you guys go into production, you know, that's good.
That's it, yeah.
And then also, speaking of Twitter, do you have a favorite tweet that you've tweeted? We noticed you tweeted, your accent is real. Good piece of information to know.
Yeah, that's funny. I do. That is probably the most asked question I get. Maybe I should just tweet this interview after we finished, and that way people can answer it from people. Because if I'm putting on my accent for this long, then surely it must be.
Yeah,
and also just sort of everyone sending such kind words and saying such great things about the show. It's really appreciated, and it does mean a lot to all of us when we read it and see these things come in, because it's nice for people to actually take the time and say, we think your show's great, and that they're supporting it.
Absolutely. One of our favorite tweets of yours is when you tweeted about the cricket that was keeping you up at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think that thing's around anymore. So. Yeah.
So, and then also, do you have a website as well? People can check you out, and Facebook or anything?
I do. I have a Facebook page. It's just Broly Dennis, which I use as sort of a fan page, and I constantly update it with things. Like I was this weekend, Eric and I went down to the marina, and we went out on a boat, and we tweeted some pictures just to say, we're celebrating this weekend. Got to pick up, So it's nice. It keeps kind of people in the loop of what I'm up to and doing, and you can sort of write whatever you want on it.
Very nice. And then we actually have a couple get to know you questions as well. So the first thing we're going to ask you is, tell us something we may not know about you.
Something you wouldn't know about me. That's I love to play piano.
Interesting. How long have you been playing piano for?
Well, I had lessons when I was younger, and I really didn't like it. My mum forced me to go and have piano lessons, and then I got to sort of grade 5 or 6, and then I was like, I don't want to play piano anymore. I'm not doing this. And then I stopped playing it, and a couple of years later, I realised that I really missed playing the piano. And so ever since then, I take it up and play it whenever I can, and I will walk into someone's house, and especially if they've got a nice piano, I'll just be like, "Hi, is that your piano?" Okay, play it. And I just sit down and start playing it. So yeah, that's my sort of my musical thing, is that I sort of attack people's pianos, but in a nice way.
Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, people with pianos, watch out.
Yeah. Get a lock on the keys cover. So
exactly. I wish I was talented like that to play the piano, though, because that's pretty neat to say you can do that, So.
It is. Well, and I'm grateful now that Mother did force me to play the piano, because as I got older, I wanted to do it. But it's one of those things. I also was sent to dance lessons when I was younger. That didn't quite pay off as well, but There you go.
And then tell us, do you have a celebrity crush?
I don't know. Not really. Maybe. I mean, there's obviously people that I think are, amazing that I admire. I mean, if I did, I think it would have to be someone like Jennifer Aniston. I think
Okay.
she's just awesome. But yeah, that's it really.
Okay. And then do you have a prized possession or something you can't live without?
Um, yes, I do. I'm a painter.
Mhm.
I paint a lot of art, and so I have some brushes that I've had my whole life, and they're completely battered, but I take them every time I do a painting. I have.
Very interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
And then we ask everybody their favorite fast food restaurant. Do you have one, or do you like eating healthy, or
Veggie grill.
what's your grill?
Have you eaten veggie grill? It's kind of healthy fast food,
No, I
but
haven't tried
do
it.
you know what? I'm not sure if it's that healthy for you, but it tastes like fast food, and you think you're being healthy. So that way,
Okay.
I think it's sort of the best of both worlds. Yeah.
And have you had Chick-fil-A in Los Angeles? Have you tried that?
Of course, I have had Chick-fil-A. That's pretty good, actually. It's
Okay.
pretty
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
number one response we usually get back. Everybody loves
Oh,
Chick-fil-A.
is it? Yeah. Okay. Well, no. Chick-fil-A is pretty good. I've had that. I do enjoy that. But here they just opened one in Hollywood, and there was like a line around the block for about a month to get a
Wow.
chicken sandwich.
That's pretty
Uh,
crazy.
yeah, I know, and I was like, wow, okay, I really, I like chicken sandwiches, but I'm not going to queue for 2 hours to get one. So
Exactly. You're not even going to be hungry anymore. I mean, it's like you're.
that's, or I'm going to eat in my hand by the time I get, like, not be able to get my wallet out.